And welcome back to Sports on Tap. We're part of the NEO Sports Insiders Network. It's our Ohio High School playoff football coverage here on Mixer. We're live from Studio J in Brunswick, Ohio. I'm Rob Troutman. We have Josh Jeffy, Sean Duffy, Edick on assignment.
Yep.
And Sean, we just got done with Division II, Region 5 and 6 going over that region. So let's go back to Division I, Region 1.
Okay.
And
take me back, Rob. Take me back.
I'll tell you, this is an intriguing division here. You have St. Ignatius that just went up against St. Edward. And that's
so we had the Holy War
Classic.
Volume 2.
Yeah. The season, it was dominated by St. Ignatius. So
the season Holy War was a throttling of St. Ed's by St. Ignatius. The Wildcats beat up on the Eagles.
That's right. And you wondered, is this going to be
because it's very hard.
Same thing.
It's very hard to beat a team twice, especially when you give them especially when it's a rival. I mean, a blood rival that St. Ed's and St. Ignatius is. Number two, it's for continuing on the playoffs. And number three, if you're St. Ed's, you just had 3 weeks ago a butt whooping.
Yeah, so that's in the back of your head. You got to say, dude, we need to win this game. We
do
get back at
We do need to win this game.
Ignatius. But let's look at how Ignatius got here. First, they played Massillon Jackson, winning 35-0 in round one. Then they came back, defeating a good Solon Comet team that we're very familiar with, 31-17. And then they're on to St. Ed's. Now, St. Ed's, they went through a little bit different. They dominated Euclid in round one.
They sure did.
42-7 as we saw that game. And then St. Ed's played a very tough Stowe Monroe Falls team. They escaped that with a 6-point win, 41-35. And that leads us to St. Ignatius against St. Ed's. And Ignatius in overtime.
Wow.
I didn't even say the score yet, though.
Doesn't matter. It's overtime. It's the Holy War Volume 2.
It is.
It's
Classic.
the rival. And the fact that it was in overtime means it wasn't exactly the blowout that the regular season finale was.
And if you were at this game, if you're an Ignatius or Eds fan, you're probably going to say this is an ESPN classic because it was 38-31. Ignatius holds off St. Edward. For St. Ignatius, junior running back Mark Babinski rushed for 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. In the win for St. Edward, it was Curtis Zelesta who finished with 23 rushes for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns. But what a game. 38-31. Ignatius holds off St. Edward to advance in Division I, Region 1.
And they will take on number 1 seed out of Region... No, I'm sorry.
No, actually, this is Division I, Region 2 now. You got Olentangy Liberty, who's undefeated, taking on a very good Lorraine team.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it was number 3, and according to this, they had number 3 against number 3, which can't be possible, so they messed that up.
The state OHSAA bracket, their Division I bracket is still not up to date, but Lorraine was actually the 2nd seed in that, and Olentangy Liberty was
the number 1.
The number 1 seed.
Because I was going to say they had this is impressive. Olentangy Liberty went from the number 8 seed in the first round to the number 5 seed in round 2, all the way to number 3. So they just keep getting better as the playoffs go on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. They are the number 1 seed taking on Lorraine, the number 2 seed in Division I, Region 2. And Lorraine played very tough, but Olentangy Liberty wins 24-20. They now play St. Ignatius. And for Lorraine, it was quarterback Justin Sturgill, who had 7 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown, and was 8 of 23 passing for 97 yards and a touchdown and interception. Deshaun Brooks had 3 catches for 59 yards and a score, and Lorraine's Carlos Chavis with 22 carries for 70 yards. That for Lorraine as they fall there. But I'll tell you what, great season for the Lorraine Titans. And
absolutely.
I mean, they finished with a 10-2 record on the year. So very impressive game. It was close all the way through, but now it's going to be Ignatius against Olentangy Liberty.
Yeah.
So who knows what can happen there.
And I really like again, this is the first year in a while they've broken Division I up into regions. So we're seeing some teams maybe play each other that maybe wouldn't have played each other in the old format. But again, we also see the inevitability of when you put Ignatius and Eds in the Region 1, you're going to probably see that regional final more than once down the road, just given the talent level and given the two programs' successes. It's not anything again. I mean, it's hard to hold the OHSAA to it. It's those are the best teams in that region. You have to beat them to win, and you have to do that. Do I think Olentangy Liberty can pull off the upset against St. Ignatius? Sure, anything's possible, but
they haven't lost yet this year.
With everything I've seen out of St. Ignatius, I'm more confident in them making it to the state finals than I am of Olentangy Liberty. That's my prediction. Hot take coming from you. I'm calling it. St. Ignatius will be in the state finals.
Wow! Look
against
at that. On the other side, Division 1 Region 3 and Division 1 Region
names.
4. Yeah. Pickerington Central's taking on Cincinnati St. Xavier. There across the way.
It's not St. Xavier. It's St. Xavier.
Xavier.
The college in Cincinnati is referred to as Xavier.
Well, it sounds the same to me.
It's spelled the same.
Exactly.
I know. Trust me, I've had this argument with people. I'm not going to
Have you?
Yes, I'm not going to mention names. No names, please. But I made the same argument you just made. It's spelled the same and it sounds exactly the same, but it's not. I've been told that it's not.
And these games will be played on Friday at 7:30. Both Ignatius and Olentangy Liberty and Pickerington Central at St. Xavier. That game will be at Piqua High School, and St. Ignatius and Olentangy Liberty will be at Mansfield Senior High School. So there is Division 1, and in that Final Four. Went over Division 2. Now let's jump to Division 3, and we'll start in Division 10, or Region 10, rather, in Division 3. It was Toledo Central Catholic defeating Lexington there. Toledo Central Catholic, they defeated Lexington, the number 6 seed there, so they get the win, and they'll face, and we've heard of this name before, Trotwood Madison makes it again as they defeated St. Mary's Memorial. They only had one loss, and that was 34-27. Trotwood Madison won, and for Toledo Central Catholic, they won 19-0. So that's Region 10 and Region 12 in Division 3. And across the way, you look at Region 11 and then Region 9. It's Columbus St. Francis de Sales getting a win over Hamilton Township. They were 10-2 on the year. That was one against number 3. So St. Francis de Sales gets the win, and they'll face, and we've heard of this name, Akron Archbishop Hoban, and they defeated New Philadelphia, who we remember New Philadelphia very well, as they defeated our Buckeye Bucks.
Friend of show.
And the Knights, again, will face Columbus St. Francis de Sales. And the Stallions, just very impressive routing Hamilton Township 49-6 in that regional final. So congratulations to Archbishop Hoban defeating New Philadelphia 34-3 there.
I think as much as I'm looking at Division 3, and I'm really intrigued by both of these matchups. Specifically, I like the Region 10 versus Region 12 game because I think that's two powers in this particular division and that side of the bracket that, for whatever reason, over the past couple of years, haven't got a chance to really play each other. So I'm really interested to see how that Trotwood Toledo Central Catholic game. Now, Hoban and St. Francis de Sales out of Columbus, again, a very intriguing matchup. I mean, these are 4 powerhouses in the division over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is almost chalk for the division, I think, in Division 3. So I'm again, personally, I come from the area where Trotwood Madison is from. I've played them on several occasions in my high school years, in my thinner days, I like to say, in my beautiful days. Never, and again, it's night and day compared to where Trotwood Madison was when I was in high school playing them versus where they are now. That program has done a complete 180 from where it was. So congratulations to them again. I think it's like their 4th straight state Final Four
they've been there,
something like that. And again, same thing with Toledo Central Catholic. Toledo Central Catholic is always in the mix for a division or for a state title. I mean, they seem to always be there. So I think it's, as much publicity as St. Ed's and St. Ignatius get in Northeast Ohio, Toledo Central Catholic is really the St. Ignatius, St. Ed's of that particular city, and they prove it. They're just in the mix every single year. Same thing I think with Hoban here out of Akron and St. Francis de Sales. It's just, again, big time programs. These are historic programs that are in not necessarily in Division III, but in the mix for a state title, regardless of division every year. They kind of fluctuate depending upon enrollment, but I think it's going to be those are going to be 4 really good matchups, and the winner of that, the resulting state final, I think, if we can fast forward to, would it be the week after Thanksgiving? Because, this is Thanksgiving.
I think so.
Last week of Thanksgiving, or weekend after Thanksgiving, you're going to be seeing, a really good matchup out of the Division III game on a Saturday night.
Yeah, you're right. It is Saturday, the 26th at 7, and Toledo Central Catholic takes Trotwood Madison on at Lima Senior High School at 7 p.m. And across the way, St. Francis de Sales of the Columbus area against Akron Archbishop Hoban. They will play again on Saturday at 7 p.m. at Mansfield Senior High School. So some great games. If you can get out and go see them, that will be fun. Now, in Division 4, and you know what? Before we go into Division 4, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll do Division 4 and some of the other regions and divisions in the area. We'll quickly go through them and give you an update on who's playing who in the Final Four. As the producer extraordinaire, Jeffy Singland, do we need a break? We got sponsors to please.
Got bills to pay, homie. Bills to pay.
We're Sports on Tap. Follow us at SOT Podcast, and you can listen to all these on YouTube, neosportsinsiders.com, and all over the place. So check us out. We're Sports on Tap. We're coming back with more high school football playoff action coming your way. We're Sports on Tap.